Hey there, I'm Dr. Renee Tucker, holistic equine veterinarian. In the previous video in this series, we talked about the 4 different most common causes of bucking in horses. This video talks about the cause of ulcers, which can cause bucking in horses, and it's a big one. So I'm going to tell you 2 simple ways to tell if ulcers are a problem in your horse. The first one is to check your horse's ulcer points. That kind of sounds a little bit weird, but there are acupuncture points all along the horse's body. Some of those, if your horse has ulcers, they get sensitive, they get irritable, and so if you press on them, your horse will tell you about that irritation. And that can range from the very kind of subtle, where they just kind of like, frown at you and give you the ear back thing, to the really extreme when you check an ulcer point and your horse just boom, kicks. That's really definitive. So here's a diagram of where these ulcer points are at. Now it is a little bit tricky to kind of look at a diagram and see, well, that's a little unclear. But what good news is my colleague, Dr. Mark DiPaolo, has made a video of these ulcer points. In fact, he and I actually used to practice in the same area up in Portland, Oregon, until he moved to Texas and I moved to Los Angeles, and that's how life goes. But luckily I get to see him nearly get kicked by a horse in this video, so it's super fun. Just kidding, Mark, seriously. Anyways, the link to Mark's video is in the description. He shows you 3 different reactions with 3 different horses, so you can kind of see what you're looking for, which is super helpful. So the first step is go watch that video and check those points on your horse. Now the second step, which does not involve any life-threatening things, is to do a peppermint tea trial. So yes, peppermint. You do not have to cook the tea, all right? So you can get tea bags from the store, make sure they're herbal, or you can buy peppermint tea in bulk. I get my herbs from Mountain Rose Herbs. They're good and they're pretty economical. So what you want to do is just cut open the tea bag and then pour that in your horse's food twice a day. 1 tea bag twice a day for 2 weeks. Now, I have some clients who try this, and in 2 or 3 days, the horse is like, wow, different, like perkier, brighter eyed, happier, calmer when riding. So definitely significant difference. And then I have other clients whose horses, it didn't really notice that much until about 2 weeks. So that's why we give it a 2-week trial. If you notice a significant difference in your horse's behavior in 2 weeks on the peppermint, then you most likely have got an ulcer problem. With an exception, because that's what I'm made of, is exceptions, is that if your horse has giant holes in their stomach, peppermint tea is not going to cut it. But I will say, if you have giant holes, you're going to have actually a lot of different other symptoms that probably would have concerned you far, far sooner than bucking. Things like black poop, recurrent colic, just difficulty eating, grinding the teeth, lots of different symptoms for ulcers. The peppermint tea coats, soothes, relieves the whole intestinal tract, so it does give you a lot of help. Just not if there's like severe ulcers, you won't see a difference, okay? So that's 2 things. Do the ulcer point checkup and then do a peppermint tea trial. Both of those will really help you know if your horse might be bucking from ulcers. Lastly, if you are really concerned that yours might have ulcers and want more information and details, I do have a free email series. The link's below. I talk about things like why you should not use gut products that have calcium carbonate in them. I talk about what stress lines that show ulcers look like on your horse's face. Of course, I share the diagram with you about the ulcer points and the kind of things. And it's a short email series. So if you're interested in that, the link is below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.